Hey, what's up guys? This is Francisco Reacts with another video guys, and this time I'm gonna be talking about what Dragon Ball and the Dragon Ball franchise means to me guys, because growing up guys, this is the only anime that I've ever known, guys. This is the only anime for me that I've grown up with, guys. And for me, it has such a pivotal, it holds such a pivotal point in my life, guys. A point where I was completely negative, a point where I was completely just down in the dumps, guys. And watching Dragon Ball gave me that inspiration, gave me that freedom, that free will, almost to say that I can do this, that nothing seems impossible, nothing is impossible for me, and giving me that strength, guys. Just like Goku, how Goku would get more powerful, more stronger as time would go along, guys. Giving me that compassion that Goku has, guys. By saying that people deserve second chances, and you shouldn't just kill on a whim. You just shouldn't just be reckless. There is that sense of forgiveness that Goku has, guys, and I was inspired by that. Seeing this positivity just coming out of this guy, and him being a warrior, and him not doing things that the warrior would do, and that is kill his enemies, but so compassionate to his enemies, guys. Like the time he would give a senzu bean to Cell, guys, making him regain his power. And I saw that, and I was thinking, this guy is something else, guys. I want to be like this guy. I want to show compassion. I want to have the heart of a warrior, but also so compassion, and not just be reckless in killing people. And when it comes to the character of Goku, man, I found so much inspiration in his character, guys. And the way Akira Toriyama portrayed his character was so inspirational to me, because I wanted to be like this guy. This guy inspired me. This guy wanted me to be a Philippine warrior myself, man. Just fighting the good fight, guys, and have that sense of compassion towards others, guys. And what I saw out of this character when I first saw him on the big screen, I was like, this guy is something else. If this guy can show compassion to his enemies that wants to kill him, then what does it say about me? Then I can do the same thing. That's the inspiration that Akira Toriyama's main character brought for me. The inspiration of you can overcome any obstacle if you just train, if you just put your mind to it. And Goku's character was just that. Not giving up, persevering throughout trials and tribulations, and getting stronger, fighting strong as opponents, coming across heartless enemies, guys, villains, and even those villains got shown compassion by Goku. Frieza, Goku not wanting to end up Frieza, him giving his life energy to Frieza, and even in his compassion, he still got stabbed in the back, giving him no choice but to actually pull the trigger and kill the villain, because he was driven to no other point but to do so. And the thing with Cell, him giving compassion to Cell, giving him the senzu bean, Majin Buu, Kid Buu, him telling Kid Buu that he should come back as a good person. That is the heart of Goku, and that's the inspiration that I got out of his character. Goku is such a well-written character, and Akira Toriyama wrote his character to the T, absolutely well, phenomenally written, man. One of Akira Toriyama's best written characters in Goku, man. Absolutely beautiful, man. And yeah, man. Oh, Man, just to think what Dragon Ball meant to me, guys, for my childhood, and what Akira Toriyama's work did for me, meant for me, guys. It is something that um, no other series, no other um, mangaka can do for me, guys. And I mean, Ichiro Oda is fairly close to giving me that sort of inspiration that Akira Toriyama gave me. But um, Ichiro Oda is not there just yet. If One Piece can become a pop culture, can be known in every household, then only then can it have that same impact that Akira Toriyama's Dragon Ball franchise had for me, guys. Because once something becomes a pop culture and everyone knows about it, even your grandparents knowing about this franchise, or even if they don't know the franchise, they know a character like Goku is well known throughout every flipping household all over the world. Goku is well known. That is what makes Dragon Ball such a phenomenal pop culture. If One Piece can follow that same structure that Ichiro Oda did for his manga, and make One Piece a pop culture, because One Piece is not yet a pop culture. Yes, One Piece is getting popularized now. Netflix is getting on One Piece, guys, and getting One Piece going mainstream. Has a chance of becoming pop culture, because if One Piece goes through Netflix and people and almost everyone is watching Netflix, then One Piece has a chance of becoming a pop culture like Dragon Ball became a pop culture um, in the 1980s, guys. And yeah, man, like I said, man, Dragon Ball holds so much for me, guys. So much inspiration. Sorry, guys. So much trueness. And what I can take off of my experience of Dragon Ball is that I got made a better person just watching it, the series, guys, and just learning from it. Every bit of information, the messages that each not each road that Akira Toriyama would put in his work inspired me. It made me a better person. It just it overwhelmed me, guys, with such joy, guys, and complete compassion for others, guys, or towards others. And what I can say now is that Dragon Ball means so much for me, guys. Um, and it holds a very special place in my heart. When I think about Dragon Ball, I think about my childhood. I think about the best part of my life growing up, and that is watching Dragon Ball, seeing the exciting moments, seeing um, the strive to become better, to become stronger, overcoming these overwhelming odds, guys. And Akira Toriyama, how he portrayed his characters was in such a positive light, guys. Even though his characters face so much trials and tribulations, um, but they overcame the odds. One way or another, they would overcome the odds, and that was beautifully portrayed by Ichiro Oda's work, guys. And there will never be, not Ichiro Oda, did I say Ichiro? By Akira Toriyama's work, guys. And that work is never going to be replicated. It can never be replicated. Akira Toriyama is the greatest storyteller of all time, guys. Ichiro Oda is a close second, guys. But Akira Toriyama is the guy that put everything in motion, from Doctor Slump to Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super now, and with the different movies that came out over the years. If it weren't for Akira Toriyama, these things wouldn't have even been a thing. It wouldn't have even existed without Akira Toriyama. And yeah, man, when it comes to Ichiro Oda, of course, Ichiro Oda took inspiration from Akira Toriyama. They were best buds, guys. They were friends. And Ichiro Oda kind of taking inspiration from Oda. Akira Toriyama's work, guys, and implementing some of his works um, in his own work as well, guys. They share the same studio after all. Toei Animation does both of their mangas. So in a way, they're not just close in terms of friendship. They're close in terms of their works being so similar, mimicking each other so well, man. These all their um, works being based off of story and not so much off of animation art so much. It's all about the story, the art style and animation, of course. When it comes to the manga and anime respectively, is a bonus. Of course that's a bonus, but they don't focus on those things as much as the story. The story is the pivotal. Without a story, there isn't character development. There isn't these different things going on in the perspective areas when it comes to manga, anime. Without the story, these things are just bland. Characters won't have any character progression. There won't be any character development. The story would just be bland. Villains would be uninteresting. Without having villain backstories and why they became villains and all of these things, the character, the main protagonist, their stories, why they became um, heroes and why they became the persons that they are, man. And um, having these different aspects laid out perfectly, it is what made Dragon Ball so successful because it relied on the story. Yes, there you need the fights, you need this cool choreography, you need this cool graphics, these light shows when it comes to the art and animation. You all need all of these things, but the story is the most important. The story needs to take front center stage when it comes to the overall product of the different um, machines going to work here. Whether if it is manga or anime, you need to allow that the story is the main thing. The story is the main thing, and what Akira Toriyama did, guys, and what Ichiro Oda is doing with One Piece now, that's exactly or what Ichiro Oda has been doing with One Piece ever since 1999 is focusing on the story and having the long-term storytelling, foreshadowing major events, planning that way beforehand. I mean, years beforehand, and that's the kind of storyteller that you need. You need that kind of storyteller that can tell a long-term story, not just for now, but for the future going forward. And what Akira Toriyama and Ichiro Oda did so well is they tell stories that that has major ramifications or implications going forward for the story. And yeah, man, and what we see with One Piece now in the manga is exactly that. Those story arcs that Ichiro Oda told years ago is coming to fruition now. It is coming full circle now. And when it comes to Akira Toriyama, his works and what he did for Dragon Ball is just a testament of how good the story were. Without the story, without these backstories of the Saiyans, how the Saiyans came to be, their home planet, planet Vegeta, and all of these things that work perfectly together. Without these types of stories, then the Saiyans would have been bland characters. The Earthlings would have been bland because there wouldn't have been a story to tie them to the Saiyans. And yeah, man, what I can happily say is that um, these stories that were told, that Akira Toriyama told so beautifully, made a major impact in my life. And having this story, this overwhelming story of perseverance, of compassion, just um, overflow me with such emotion and such sincerity. It is just what made the story even more so spectacular. And I cannot take anything away that is negative when it comes to the story. I cannot look at the negative things because most of the things that Akira Toriyama did for his story was positive. Most of the story were positive. For most part, it were positive. There were instances where the story kind of lacked, but I am not looking into that because for most part the story was just absolutely phenomenally told, guys. And I can take away the positive, all of the positive that Dragon Ball meant for me, guys. And yeah, guys, this was um not an easy video for me to make, guys. I'm talking about my experiences with Dragon Ball and what I found interesting when it comes to the entire franchise of Dragon Ball. And yeah, man, this was fun, guys. um, my experiences with Dragon Ball was absolutely fun, and with Dragon Ball Daima coming out this year, guys. I don't know what the stance of that is now, guys. Is Daima still going to drop? Is it still going to be released with Akira Toriyama's passing? I don't know. Will Toei Animation hold off on that, or is it coming out at a later date? Because Akira Toriyama were kind of really heavily involved with Daima. He was kind of supervising Daima, and with the visor not being there anymore, who's gonna take Akira Toriyama's role when it comes to the animation team for Toei Animation? Who's gonna do that now? Who's gonna supervise over that everything that Akira Toriyama wanted to go smoothly? Because um, I don't want to see a thing um, that Akira Toriyama wasn't a part of. I want Toei Animation to keep true to what Akira Toriyama wanted while he was still on this earth. I want them to hold true to his vision and what his vision is for Dragon Ball going forward. I don't want them to steer away, because once they steer away, that is when Akira Toriyama's works is no longer there. I want to see Akira Toriyama love through Dragon Ball going forward in spirit. I want to see his works go forward while Dragon Ball is still so popular still to this day, and it's all because of Akira Toriyama. And I don't want Toei Animation or even Toyotaro, his right hand man, the guy that he brought up, man, ever since he did his fan mangas of Dragon Ball AF. I want to see Toyotaro become a lot better, getting to that level of Akira Toriyama, getting his art styles right, guys. And I want Toyotaro to be better than Akira Toriyama. I want that so much. I want it so much. But it's not there yet, guys. He's improving. Don't get me wrong. Toyotaro is improving, but I want him to be to make his master proud, guys, and be better than his master, surpassing his master. That is what I want for Toyotaro, because what he did for those fan manga sketches of Dragon Ball AF, that was well. The story was well told. I'm not even surprised that he got taken to do to sit side by side with the Akira Toriyama for Super. I'm not even surprised, guys. I am not surprised, because what he did for that fan manga art was brilliantly done, man. The story was brilliant. It felt like a continuation after GT. It really felt like a continuation, and I want Toyotaro to continue telling stories like that. I want him to bring his own feel into it, guys. That same feeling that we got with Dragon Ball AF. I want that. That is what I want for Dragon Ball going forward, and I don't want Toei Animation to steer away too far away from this what Akira Toriyama's vision were. Um, and I'm pretty sure that Toyotaro is gonna hold true to what Akira Toriyama wanted for his manga going forward. The super manga. I'm sure that Toyotaro had been told by Akira Toriyama what he wanted going forward, and I'm pretty confident in Toyotaro's ability to uphold what Akira Toriyama wanted. And yeah, guys, yeah, that's like I said, it wasn't an easy video to make, but I had to express my enjoyment for what Akira Toriyama brought to the screen for me, and the story he was telling throughout the 45 years that he has been creating manga, guys. And yeah, man, like I said before, guys, Akira Toriyama's works is gonna live on. These different mangas that he did, guys. Doctor Slump, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. Now, his works is gonna live on forever, guys, forever. And from generation to generation, his works will go, man. Dragon Ball is even gonna become more of a pop culture now, because of the person that Akira Toriyama were. Yes, he were a secretive person, and that's why his funeral service was kind of held in secret. No one knew about his funeral service that happened March 1st, and no one knew about that. And yeah, man, it was kind of, yeah, secret, very secret, and it held so true to who Akira Toriyama were. He was a very secretive person, and him passing without anyone knowing, that is exactly how he would have wanted it. And yeah, man, kudos to Akira Toriyama, man, for what meant for me. And I'm gonna miss him truly, guys. I'm gonna miss to see his works going forward, man. But I know spiritually he will be there in the spirit, living on through his works going forward. And yeah, guys, rest in peace, legend. You great storyteller, you absolute masterpiece when it comes to just constructing the story. And rest well, and just know I will always remember you for the person that you were, for the person that you meant for me through your works. And yeah, Akira Toriyama, where you are now, I am sure you are happy, smiling down at us. And just know that your work will live on forever and ever, at least for me, in my heart. And what the story that you were telling meant for me. And yeah, guys, this was a very emotional video for me to make. And yeah, yeah, this was not easy, guys. And I'll see you guys. Goodbye.